What's going on, guys? In today's video, we will be learning about object-oriented programming. This is going to be the final video in this Python series, and congratulations if you've made it this far in this series. So let's get right into the video. So basically, what is a class? Because a class is basically a blueprint for objects and object-oriented programming. So we can create the class by saying class, and we can create the class parrot for an example, and we have to put parentheses and a colon here. So we have created the class parrot. For now, we will put a pass here so it doesn't run or give us an error when we call or make an object for this class parrot. And now we want to make an object, which is basically going to have the attributes of class parrot. So we can say obj equals parrot, which is going to be our class, and parentheses. So we can save this, and when we run it, we have created our first object. So congratulations. Now let's create some functions and attributes for this class. So basically, classes have two main things: attributes and they have behaviors. Attributes are more like, let's say for the parrot, it's like what color is the parrot, and how tall is the parrot, and what kind of sound it makes. And some like behaviors would be that the parrot can fly, the parrot can copy human language or any language, and that too, parrots can fly into trees and they live in the forest. That'd be another behavior. So we have to create attributes and behaviors for our parrot class. So we can just say we have to have our attributes defined by saying def, or defining a function. And this is a key function you have to define. You always have to define this type of function for defining attributes, which is underscore underscore init underscore underscore. And then you can put whatever parameters you want to pass. Here you have to always put self to call the class parrot. Then we can just say name of the parrot, and let's say the age. We can put colon here, and then inside we have to call the classes self, so that we do self dot name equals name, and then we do self dot age equals age. So now let's initiate like the parrot class again here. So we have object, and we can just say chirp here, chirp equals parrot. We can say self. We don't need to pass anything for self because that's a parameter defined by the class. We have to pass in the name and age parameters. So we can say name is chirp. Then we can say age is 5 years old. And let's say we want to print out the attributes. So we can print, and then we can say chirp is a, and this is a special format way of printing. And then to like fill in this brackets here, we're going to use the dot format. You can put parentheses here, which would be chirp dot underscore underscore class underscore underscore dot species. So that's basically what we would do here, and we can quickly have to define the species here, which I forgot to do. So we could say species is equal to bird here. You can just say that. We'll print this out. So if we run this, we have an error. Chirp is not defined. So our error is we forgot to put quotations here. So we save this and we can run it. and it says chirp is a bird. So ignore all of these dot format. That's just a way of printing it out. But we could just say chirp is a bird. Then to access some more information, we can print quote here. Let's put quotations, some brackets here, is years old. And then we're gonna do the dot format again. So format parentheses, oops, and then we can say chirp dot name, comma, chirp dot age, and we can save these. And when we run it, it says chirp is a bird from our previous print statement, and then it says chirp is 5 years old because it gets chirp.name from the self.name in the init function, and it gets chirp.age from self.age in the init function and fills them into these brackets. So that's basically the basics of classes. And if you get confused, you can always rewatch this video. And if you just wanted a review, just watch this in like 1.5 or 2 times speed. So now we're going to talk about creating methods. So I'm going to still use the same function, but I'm going to take away some of this code here so that it'll be simplified. We're still going to keep the core function of def in it, which is the attributes. And let's say we want our parrot to sing. So we can create def, or for a function, sing, and we can do self, and then song. Now we have to put a colon here, and then we can return or let's say here, we're going to use the format method again. Sings, another bracket, and then we're going to do dot format, and then we have to do self dot name from the init function, comma, song. So basically it'll print out chirp here, which is the name of our parrot once if we create it as chirp, and then we will have the song, whatever song we give here. So we can save this, and then let's say our parrot can also dance. We can say def dance, then we have to do self, then a colon here, and we can return quotations, brackets, oops, is now dancing. Then we're going to use the dot format, and we'll do self dot name, and basically use the self to call attributes of an object in a class. And then what we can do is we need to initiate our object. So we can say chirp equals parrot. Let's name chirp as chirp. Chirp. Oh, right here. And let's give her or him the age of 9 this time. And then we can print chirp dot sing, and let's say we want him or her to sing happy. Just let's say the song name is happy because chirp is happy, and then we can print chirp dot dance, and then save this. When we run this, it should run these functions inside the parrot class, and print out Chirp sings happy, and Chirp is now dancing. And that's exactly what happens here. It says Chirp sings happy, and Chirp is now dancing. Now, one final thing I'm gonna teach you guys in this video, which will be very useful, is inheritance. So basically, this is like parent and child classes. It's like you have a parent class, which is a parent, and their child gets some of their attributes or some of their genes. Or let's say your parents have brown eyes, you might get brown eyes, or you might get black eyes. It just has a chance. So this parent and child class, the child will inherit some of the parents' class attributes. So basically, I'm going to create the class bird here. Bird. And then colon. And then we can say the attributes is underscore init underscore. Then we'll do self colon. And let's say print bird is ready. And then this is just an example. You probably wouldn't define an attribute as bird is ready, but we can, let's say some attributes. We'll just say, who is this? So function who is this? And then we'll take in self, and we can just say print bird. And then let's say this bird can swim. So def swim. And then we can take in self again because we have to have self. And we'll print swim fast. And now we're gonna have a child class, or like a subclass. It's like a subclass of the class bird. So we can just say class penguin, and then to inherit the attributes of class bird, we need to put bird here so that it'll inherit some of the attributes and functions. So now we can create some attributes for this penguin class. We can say df underscore init underscore. And then here we're gonna call, we forgot this self here, so we need to do self. Now we have a colon. Now we're gonna call a super function, so which is super dot underscore init underscore. I'll talk more about super functions later in detail, but I'm just going to use this for this class. This is a little bit more advanced. And then we will print penguin is ready. Actually, I'll just talk about the super init, which is basically it'll inherit the attributes of the class bird. So that's why I use the super init function. And then we'll say df. We'll say who is this? Who is this? And then we need to take in self here. Self colon. And then we can say print penguin. And then we can say df run. And we can take in self again. And we can say run. We need to print here. And we can say run faster. And now when we create a penguin, let's say Peggy, just for fun, equals penguin, and then we do it here, and then we can say Peggy dot who is this, and then we can do Peggy dot swim. And the reason we can use the swim, even though we used the penguin class here and create an object inside the penguin class, is because since we inherited using the super function and we inherited the bird class, we can use all the bird class functions. So we'll put parentheses here, and then we can do Peggy dot run. Well, let's save this, and then we can run this really quick. Oh, we have a syntax error. I think I forgot to put a colon. Yep, I did. Save this, and now let's run it. So it says bird is ready, penguin is ready, because it inherits the object of bird is ready. And then it says penguin, like because it's who is this, which is a penguin. And basically this will override the other who is this function. Because when you have a parent and child class, you'll first of all prioritize the parent class, but then if you create a function with the same name as one of the functions in the parent class, the child class will override it and it'll take and run the function of the child class. And then when we do the swim function, it says swim faster. And when we do the run function, it says run faster. So that's basically parent and child classes. And this could be useful in many different situations. And there are a lot more different type of things you can do with classes, like inheritance and all this stuff. And I will teach you that in a later video that I might publish later. But that's it for this video and series. And I want to congratulate you for finishing this series, because now you are a beginner Python developer, and congratulations. And thanks for watching this video. And as always, if you enjoyed this video and thought it was a good video, please give it a like, and please consider subscribing, because you can always change your mind later. Once again, thanks for watching.